Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Funbearable. I'm Brad Rohr.
I am Ray Harrington.
And I am Chuck. I think I say Ray Gun Harrington because Ray Gun, you know?
Oh, because of
breakdancer?
Because of
Morty.
Ronald Reagan.
Oh, yeah, that's
Right?
right. Yeah, Reagan. That's what I meant.
The actor?
Yeah.
Sorry.
The actor?
Sorry, that was cheesy.
That's also.
That's another that's close though.
That's
Because that's
close.
very BTTF is very Rick and Morty.
Yes. And I am Chuck Staten. Today we're going to air a panel that I did. I moderated this panel at Colorado Springs Comic-Con with Harry Belden, the voice of Morty, Ian Cardoni, the voice of Rick, Spencer Grammer, the voice of Summer, and Chris Parnell, the voice of Jerry from Rick and Morty. Stick around after the panel to come back for a little bit more podcasting with the Funbearable guys. But please enjoy this Rick and Morty panel from Colorado Springs Comic-Con.
Sarah Chalk just didn't want to do it, or?
She found out I was moderating.
Oh, it's a thing.
Gotta stay away.
From your incendiary comments about Scrubs.
It was just that I kept saying if we were a couple, it'd be Sarah Chalk Staten.
Colorado Springs Comic-Con. How are you guys doing? Are you having a good weekend? Well, I have to introduce someone very, very special. This is the voice of Morty, my close personal friend, Harry Belden. Give it up. What's up, bud? How you doing?
Is this okay? Hey, I'm Harry Belden, and this is my real voice. It's I had some people that I wanted to introduce. We got some people. Are they ready? Oh yeah, I'm getting the big thumbs up. We got the legendary Spencer Grammer coming out here, the voice of Summer. We got Chris Parnell, the voice of Jerry, and we got Ian Cardoni, the voice of Rick. Give it up.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. This is just
God damn it.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, jeez. You got me.
You got me good. Thank you all. That was very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow.
Wow. Happy birthday, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming to spend your birthday with everyone here at Colorado Springs Comic-Con.
There's literally nothing I'd rather do.
That is amazing.
No, this brings me so much joy. It's like, yeah, I'm so happy to be doing this.
That's awesome. And thank you guys all for coming very much. I hope you guys are having a good time.
Yeah,
Thank you.
great.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
How's your experience been so far?
Great. Everybody's so
Loving
nice.
it. Loving it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. So I have a feeling that this is going to be mostly audience questions because we got a big packed room here and I'm going to be getting texted questions from the QR codes around the arena. So I'm just going to start with a question. And then if people want to line up at the microphone to ask questions, feel free to start lining up now and we'll just go through everybody that wants to ask. So I think one of the things that I kind of have to start with is Rick and Morty's this huge cultural phenomenon, monstrous show, crazy fan base, and 6 seasons in, we got 2 new actors in, main roles on the show. And I want to know for all of you, how was that transition? And more importantly, was there any hazing?
Well, it was easier for Spencer and me.
We didn't have to do much. Just listen, enjoy their performances.
Yeah.
I truly think we got really lucky to have both of them. They're both wonderful human beings and bring something to it that I think had been missing for a period of time. So I'm very grateful to have them.
That's awesome.
Thank you, guys. Thank you both.
Thank you.
That's great.
Yeah, it was crazy, wasn't it, Ian?
Yeah, it was a crazy ride. And I mean, so Harry and I were fans of the show since day one. So, for us, we cared about where it could go after season 6 and now beyond, just as much as any fan. We wanted to make sure that the job that we were doing would make it as seamless as possible to continue telling the story for the characters that we both loved, even before taking on the roles. So that was the main job. From the actor side, going through the audition process, that was wild and rigorous.
Yeah, I would imagine. I've talked to Chris and Harry before at another Comic-Con, and he was telling me about his experiences. Harry was telling me about trying out for both characters, right?
Yeah, that's right. They had us read for both for most of the process. Probably, I think right up until like the last round. Yeah.
That's
Just
amazing.
in case,
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. You got another Wonderkin.
something ominous happened.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Where's that cake?
So I am getting questions texted to me. This one's from Steven. Did this current season ruin spaghetti for you?
Made me want it more.
I think I think
Right?
everybody was like, oh, I kind of want some spaghetti.
Yeah.
Why don't we do spaghetti nights anymore in our families?
My friend has a son who really likes Rick and Morty, and so this is an old good friend of mine, and so the son decided to show his dad the spaghetti episode as his first episode of Rick and Morty.
I think it's my favorite one from season 7.
Oh my God! My buddy was like, I don't think I can. He was telling his son, I don't think I can watch this. This is not for me. But thankfully, his son showed him some other episodes, and it's like, yeah, that's not representative of everything.
I mean, it is and it isn't.
But I don't remember anything being as gross as that episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
The giant
Or
sperm.
tasty.
Or tasty. No, the giant sperm episode, I was like, I don't know if I can show this episode to my son. I don't know. This episode really went wild. I was like, and there was like the ponies underground. Like it was so much happening in that episode.
That's amazing. If people want to line up, they can line up for questions starting now. If you like, just go right to the middle. But we do have a bunch getting emailed in from a VIP named Castleman. Ian and Harry, how hard is it to mimic the voices you took over? And do you purposely throw any of your own flavor into it?
Flavor. I like that. I think at the beginning it was like, it says like it was a party trick at the beginning, and I really agree with that. Like it was just something to do for fun. So I think once it got to the point of like doing it for work, where it becomes a job, then it becomes a lot more like I have to put a lot of effort into this. I have to really think about what I'm doing and how I'm manipulating my voice. So in that sense, yes, like it is difficult. But also like anything else, like kind of like exercise, like you get stronger as you do it, and like it gets easier and you get better at it. So yeah, and then I think for any flavor, like I think just by being who we are and just by being, everyone's unique, right? So just by being your individual self, I think, I don't think there's any way you're gonna avoid putting any flavor on it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that it started as a party trick, but then you started saying it. No, but yeah, I think there was definitely a moment during the audition process when there was a switch that flipped, for me at least, where what had passed as a decent impression for friends and, haha, that's funny, versus what was required to sustain for full recording sessions and 10 episodes out of a season and then beyond. It's a lot of work. It's a gruff voice. It's rough on the vocal cords. So there's a whole vocal care regimen that, I need to take care of, in order to be able to do the voice for as long as I'd love to be able to do it. So yeah, I mean, but I think what helps Harry and I is that we're both actors. We both come from a real, craft-oriented background as actors, theater background. And so that ability to sustain performances hopefully will serve us. And also just sort of, we're tapping into the mindset of the character, the emotional life of the characters. And as you can tell from season 7, Rick's on a major journey of self-help and self-discovery, and maybe 2 steps forward, 1 step back, who knows? But
yeah. I was going to say, you guys also do really good impressions of like other animations, like Homer.
Ian does, yeah.
Ian does a great,
Yeah.
Ian does a great
trouble.
Homer, just in case anything happens to them.
Cake.
So good. And then also, we also do impressions of Sean Jambroni, which I can't do.
Spencer.
You guys, this is what they're for. This is what they're for.
And let me just say, we
Do
only.
you guys know Sean Jeopardy does one of the voices on Solar Opposites?
Yumulak.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yumulak.
Yumulak.
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
Spencer, I just want to say thank you so much for having us.
Oh,
here.
that's so sweet
we're
of
just
you.
so glad.
It's so
that,
sweet of you to say that.
Oh, you're so great.
One of the nicest people you'll
when
ever
you,
meet.
When you
I know, with
moderated
the
that
ripped
panel for us.
bod. He's so ripped. We play softball against Solar Opposites in LA, so yeah, we hang
And
out
we
with him.
beat them every time.
Yeah.
And I don't mimic. I don't admire and respect.
True, that's true.
characters
That's true.
that I
No,
love, I
but
should
he's
say that.
amazing. I
for
love
me.
him so much.
I
Thanks,
wasn't.
guys, for that little bit for me.
I guess that's why.
my VIP question
I've
that
been
I
wanting
had
to
for
show
you.
that off for a while. Thanks, Spencer. Appreciate it.
I wasn't going to do this, but since you're already in this direction, since you did both try out for the opposite voices, do you think you could give us a sample of Ian doing Morty and Harry doing Rick?
Oh, I don't know. What do you?
That's
what do you
interesting.
think?
I mean, I think it'd be fun.
I'm a genius. I don't have time to be doing impressions.
Jesus Christ, Rick! Oh my God!
It's actually pretty good. I'm a little worried.
I do it everywhere. I hate you, and I was thinking of your friend Grace.
Oh, jeez.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Season 8, we're switching roles.
Yeah. I'm just gonna just talk regular though. So great job, you guys. This is just my voice. This is how I talk.
Can we do you two now?
Yeah, can you do us?
Switch Jerry and Summer.
Hey, Jerry.
Oh my God, you guys.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Thank you. That's how you really get into the character, just like that catchphrase. Oh my God. Yeah. You need a little couple extra syllables though, like God. That's how it's really special.
Human music.
Maybe you could do some private coaching because I think there's a good chance I'm going to be asked to play Summer.
Next season.
Amazing. And also, if you want to line up, just because people always come up to me after panels and they say, man, I was so scared to ask a question. Everyone's super cool. Everyone's super nice up here. Come on, line up and ask your question. See, this guy right
Don't be
here, he's
scared.
getting it going. I can tell. Give it up for him. First one.
It's brave. Thank you for coming on up.
I know how it is. I know how it is. And the first one always
I mean, it is
inspires
being
everybody.
filmed.
Yes, right.
Had to take the long way around because if I went this way, I'd knock down the mic. Well, this is just a question for mainly most of the cast. When you two, Harry and I'm so sorry, I forgot.
Ian.
Ian, I thank you. This is my first time I've seen you guys in interview, so I'm so sorry.
I forget my name all the time.
Yeah, but when you guys arrived to the recording booths for the first time as your characters, this is your new job, this is your first day. What was the? I'm sure you get asked this question a lot, but what was the atmosphere around the I guess the office and the recording studio and all that stuff? And that question will also go for Mr. Parnell and Miss Spencer as well. I'm just gonna go sit down now.
I'll lead it off because my answer will be the shortest, probably. I don't remember. It was so long ago now that we did the pilot. I just remember it was a very different studio than we ended up recording in. I remember Dan and Justin being there, and yeah, so long ago. It's just the vaguest of memories. So,
My first day, the atmosphere of the office and everybody, because we don't record as a cast together, but we're always with the producers and our sound engineer, and there's people with us. There's a great team, and so there was a lot of support and a lot of real positivity from all of them. Inside, terror. Just absolute fear and nerves, and that first day was really rough. I just, oh my God, I'm gonna get fired, because it was just, those are big shoes to fill. But we got through it, and I was finding my way with the character that first day. So I don't even know. We probably even I'm sure I re-recorded most of what I got in that first day. But what I want to highlight is the support that we've had every step of the way from our team. They've been really great and welcoming, and I include Spencer and Chris in that as well, to making us feel at home. And they've been on the show for a long time, so it's really it's nice to have their support.
Yeah. Same thing with Ian. I had I asked Ian about it like months later, after we'd recorded most of season 7, and I was like, was like, yeah, how'd your first session go? Because mine, I was like terrified the whole time. Like I was like so nervous, and like I was still living in Chicago at the time, so I was doing it like in my childhood bedroom's closet that I had converted into a recording booth and stuff. So I'm just like in there, and I have like no room to move, and it was also July, and it was incredibly hot. I was sweating bullets, and then like there were like technical issues, and like I'm the only one there, so I have to like figure it out, so I'm just, that makes me more flustered. It's like my first hour on the job, and yeah, I was just we actually got, I think they even used that stuff in the episode, but like yeah, I was freaked out the entire time.
Probably sounded like Morty.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess it helped. Use it, right? But I mean, yeah, everyone's been so great and so supportive, and yeah, especially Spencer and Chris and Sarah Chalk. Like, yeah, they've been so welcoming, and just like you couldn't ask for a better team,
Well, you're easy guys to welcome.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, when you guys came on the show, I was very excited. I had heard a brief snippet of you on another episode, which no one knew about, in France when we were doing like this panel. And I was like, no, I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, awesome, great job, guys. Great job on finding them. Fantastic. But also, I guess, also to mimic sort of Chris's experience, like I think my first time getting this job, I got a call back, and I went into this. Went to the back of some house in a garage, and I was like, LA is so weird. Like,
that's right.
Voiceover jobs are so weird. How did I get here? Like, I'm gonna get murdered. Like, but I went in, and I was also 8 months pregnant at the time. But I had like a really cute dress on, so you can tell that much. So I go into the back, and they're like, well, you didn't sound so pregnant when we heard you record.
What does that mean?
And I was like, thanks, great, awesome. Am I gonna get the job? So I went in, and actually, I think from my original recording in the pilot episode, I say like Frank Palicki or something, right? You guys remember this? Barely, when he turns into ice and like crumbles to the ground. And I'm like, ah! Okay, so that word, the way that I said it, his name, is the same one from my original audition because they liked it so much. And I couldn't get it the same way when I actually recorded it, yeah. And then honestly, we've bounced around from studio to studio, from like Bang Zoom to an original studio that we had when we were at Starburns, to like then going to another place at Mark Grau. So honestly, our sound engineer, Ricky, I don't ever know Ricky's last name. This is
Watson.
terrible. Okay, sorry, yes, I do know his last name. Ricky Watson. Thank you. He's always been kind of our sound engineer for a long time, and he really knows our voices and when to pull our levels down. And so I really think he's been kind of like an integral part of the entire experience of recording the show, truly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's heard it all from day one. He helps us a lot, and will call us when we slip out. So it's,
oh yeah, he will.
We love Ricky.
That's awesome. Great question. All right, how you doing, sir?
So, what do you think Rick and Jerry saw in the Talking Cat episode?
That's always a good one.
They saw your costume and how good it was. I love that outfit. They were so speechless.
Thanks.
I have no idea. It's just the horror that you can never unsee. Yeah. So whatever that is specifically to you, it's like a Greek kind of trope, right? Like a Greek theater trope where you don't show any of the actual violence. You just talk about it afterwards, and it seems more violent because you use your imagination than if you actually experienced it in reality. So.
Well, I've got a very particular vision of what I saw.
Oh, here we go.
It's going to take a while. I think I probably imagined some horrible moments from Game of Thrones or something, but just like huge massacre and awful things being done to people's bodies and something like that. My siblings.
Okay. Nice. Well, thank you very much. How you doing?
So do you ever get like shy and like just want to like run off?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, sometimes I'm at the airport and there's like a group of guys with like autograph one of it. I like literally will hide in the bathroom for an hour because I'm just like, I'm scared all the time. But then I like, sometimes I'll wear glasses. It makes it less scary for me sometimes. And I put on like a costume of my personality and go out into the world. But yes, for sure.
Spencer's very stylish, as you can see, and fashionable.
It's just so because I'm so nervous about going out there. And then I go into hiding for like 3 days. I'll just like disappear when I have to do like lots of events like this. It's overwhelming for me too. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you're feeling shy, it's nerves. I know that's what it is for me. But nerves show that you care. You know, if you're nervous about something, it means you care about it a lot. So nerves are a good thing, and you know they're not going to go away. So it's good to just become friends with your nerves and learn how to live with it, whether it's awesome sunglasses or taking a deep breath and yeah, then you know comes from then there's some bravery that comes out there. But yeah, dude, I get nervous every time I go into the booth too, and it's all people I know now, and I feel more comfortable in the role. I'm still nervous every time I go in there. So yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Thank you very much. How you doing?
Hi.
What's your name?
Jeff.
Nice to meet you, Jeff.
Yeah, I had a question for everyone. I'm sure you've already been asked before, but would you want a Solar Opposites crossover if that was ever official?
Absolutely. I think that'd be a blast. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to.
Sure.
I had to do a couple of characters on there at some point, but I would love a crossover. That'd be fun. It would probably get wild because that show's like a little different than ours, like a little bit more racy, I think.
There are a lot
to
of big
be honest.
personalities on those shows. So.
Yeah, no, it would be fun. Well, we can meet. Well, let's hope they get a season 6.
I'd like to do a crossover.
I'll keep pushing for it.
I'd like to do a crossover with Crapopolis. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Yes. Both of them.
Amazing.
Thanks for
Would
the
you
question.
all like one of those crossovers?
There you go.
Tell everyone you know, and maybe laugh.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
What's your
Hi.
name?
Chris.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Good name.
Oh yeah, it's an excellent name.
So, question primarily for Chris, but also for the group in general. Comedy, major part of the show. You've done a lot of live action comedy, you know, SNL, going to catch a movie with Andy Samberg, you know, a lot on the live action side. How does that compare to the comedy voice acting in an animated show? Like how does that experience differ, or how is it the same?
Well, you know, the main difference is you can't use any physicality, even though I move around a lot in the booth. When I'm recording, I just gesture a lot. And on the occasions when I do on-camera stuff, I have to try to not over-gesticulate because I'm so used to doing it in the booth now. You know, I just kind of go crazy with my hands and everything, which, you know, helps, you know, in voiceover. But yeah, I mean, I can't rely on my goofy appearance or the way I walk or anything like that. So you just have, that all has to come out in the voice.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I started in on-camera acting and then was like, oh, I gotta get into voice acting because I'm pregnant. That was a whole, rabbit hole. I would say I love actually voice acting so much more because I do think it's much freer physically, right? Not even though you're not, but like you're using your body, your physicality to kind of get like you'll do jumping jacks if you have to be running. You're like kind of doing, and it's not so emphasis on like, oh, I gotta hit that mark and there's my light and. You know, what do I look like? Am I crying with a scrunched face or is a tear just rolling down the side of my cheek? Like those are things you like learn how to eventually have control over when you're acting. And
I haven't, but yes, you should.
It's not as fun. You know, there's something really fun about imagining it in your mind and saying it with your voice. That's different than experiencing it in the actual moment with cameras and stuff. Yeah. But I love doing that too. It's just different. It feels different.
Hope you just signed away all on-camera jobs forever.
Only the ones that my friends make, or your friends make, I guess.
Okay.
Could you call your friends and tell them to put me in a movie?
Sure.
Great, amazing. See, we're making
That's how it
deals
works.
now. This is Hollywood.
Witnessing it right now.
Yeah, same request to Chris. Yeah, it does feel a little
Not
bit.
me, Chris. I'm not going to
I don't
bother
know
you
who
with
you think
that.
my friends are,
Yeah.
but they'll just be like, "What are you asking me, dude? What do you want?"
Yeah, it's a little bit like cheating because you know the whole thing with acting is being private in a public setting, but with voice acting, you get some built-in privacy. So yeah, it's sometimes easier to make a fool of yourself. but also I think there's a magic to having a live audience to play with, and you can create a lot more improvisational moments or improvisational sounding moments, I think, when you've got people there. So if I'm trying to make our director laugh, or if we're trying to crack Ricky up in the booth, that's, I think, when I'm having the most fun is when there's another person right there. Which I'd love to jump in the booth with you guys at one point, even just for fun.
Tell me
if
about
we
it.
were all
The
together to
scenes?
do scenes together. And
Yeah.
It would be
work off
so
each other. It would
fun
be
to
so
work
fun.
off
It
each
would be
other.
fun.
Yeah. Honestly, I agree. Yeah. Yes.
Let's do it.
Agreed
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
for that question.
How you doing?
Good.
What's your name?
Will.
Will. Nice to meet you. What
Will.
are you doing?
Welcome to
if
the
you, if you want to angle the mic down towards you, you can. Yeah, there you go.
Amazing.
You have a question?
Yeah.
Let us know.
What inspired all of you guys to join the crew of Rick and Morty?
Oh yeah, I needed a job, and no, I've been acting. Acting's my job, right? So it's a weird job. It's not like other jobs, right? Basically, you audition for anything you've ever seen on television, all the time, and one out of every 20 to 100 jobs you get. So your job is mostly just going to try to get jobs. That you don't ever get paid for. And then you get paid a lot, usually, if you're lucky, right, when you get one. But it's just that, endless grind of, the 10,000 hours thing. And they say, I don't know if you've heard of this before, but they say it takes, to be great at anything, it takes about 10,000 hours of work, of time that you've put into it in your life. And you eventually get to a place where you start booking roles all the time. But, yeah, that was the main reason.
Didn't take me that long.
Damn, Chris.
You just came out of the womb. He was just this voice as a baby in the world.
I put on a little show in the delivery room.
Well, your dad. Your dad worked in radio.
He did. It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. We talk about how we're both nepo babies.
So your dad put in the 10,000 hours, and you came out perfect.
That's how it transfers. Yeah.
It's a good investment.
You have to put in the hours yourself, and then you get to that place. But yeah, that's why I also really wanted to do animation. I've been a huge fan of it, so it was such a pleasure to get on a show, and then it turned into this crazy phenomenon. I couldn't. This was an incredible, lucky experience. It doesn't always happen like this, where people love it worldwide and you get to do it forever. That's a very rare experience. Yeah. You guys, sorry, sort of dominated that one.
I need to set the record straight about something I've been telling an untruth about. I thought that I was offered the job of Jerry. And then I was going through old emails the other day, and I found out that I had auditioned for Jerry and sent that in, and that's how I got it.
Still have emails from 10 years ago?
Oh yeah, longer than
Oh,
that.
you must have upgraded to the Google terabyte thing now.
I did.
No, it's all on my computer.
Wow.
But my computer is 50 terabytes, so it's.
Oh, damn. Guys never asked to purchase inbox.
But it was like Spencer said, it's a job and it's a gig, and you hope it's going to be something that's good and people are going to like. And in this case, they really did, and I happily got the job.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Cool,
How you
Rick.
doing?
That's cool, Rick.
Hey, look at me, cool Rick.
You look great.
So, first off, thanks guys for being here. Honored to be in the same room as you guys. And obviously, when you guys came on, the big role to fill as Rick and Morty. Not just because there was the voices that you had to do, but there was a big gap as far as in the creative process. So, are you guys kind of filling that role at all? How involved are you in the creative process? And I guess it's kind of a two-part question, because I also want to know, when you're in the studio, how much of that is improv and how much is it strict script?
Honestly, it's in terms of creativity, it's really just all about the voice and the acting side of it. The scripts are very particular and very tight and precise. So when we come into the booth, it's all there and it's all ready for us. So we don't have too much input on those. I think every now and then maybe we'll play around with maybe this line should have an before it, or I'll throw an and in there, a stammer or whatever. But in terms of that, it's just the writers and the creative team who kind of handle all that, and then we do the talking side,
Yeah, it's what we do is interpretive. You pretty much said it. if it sounds improvisational, if the burps come out, in random places, then that's we've done that job. But the writing that we're given off the bat is already pretty great. So it's we stick pretty close to that, and then it's just sort of adding our flavor, like we said earlier. Just like our own personal takes on things, and sometimes there'll be new stuff that we discover, and that's great. But yeah, 100 years Rick and Morty. Who knows what we'll be doing in a couple of years? It'll be great.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
That's great. Thank you very much. How you doing?
Hello, I'm a inspiring voice actor, and I would like to know if you guys have a setup for warm up for your voice when you're doing voice acting.
Good question.
Yeah, I mean, usually in the car driving to the studio, I'll try to do some vocal stuff if I can remember. I have this old opera song from high school that I sing poorly, but it helps get my pipes warmed up.
Go on.
Now you're in the opera hot seat.
Oh, capito, signor si. I don't even know what I'm saying. But, yeah. That, and then there's something called the sailor's hornpipe, which I don't remember exactly, but it's like, sailors come to the drum out of Babylon, hobby horses foam, the dumb sky rhinoceros glum. It goes on and on and on. So I do that just to warm up the chops.
Yeah, I have a whole warm-up regimen as well. And you guys have some throat coat tea, which is what I rely on in the booth as well. Yeah.
Just live on
drink
throat
so
coat.
much of this.
And
I think there's Scott.
And never, you could like
skyrocketed.
never go out and talk in a loud room unless you want to lose your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use throat coat. I use scotch.
It does.
Well, I'm still
That's the secret
working
to
on
Jerry.
my 10,000 hours, Chris. So,
No, I mean, I started singing too recently, which has put more pressure on my vocal cords. So I've been going to see a vocal coach to kind of like help. Like it's like a muscle, like any other muscle, and there's like a lot. Honestly, there's a lot of YouTube videos of different vocal coaches giving warm ups that really help and really connect you to like different places of where you can channel the flow of air through your body that help you maintain a certain level. Yeah, but like I definitely a vocal fry from just being too wild, in general. And then, when I'm doing summer, I'm like pretty like regimented and can't really go do anything or drink or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we also all have like theater backgrounds, and with that comes, a lot of training and a lot of, you learn stuff whether you're like in school for it or just in plays and stuff. You're always picking up new things and new warm ups and like way to do it. You always learn something
Like
new. And it's always
unique New York.
I
Or,
do
like,
that one. That's
what
part of my
did you do
warm up.
today, a minute or two to do, and you like all those like silly to get your tongue warmed up.
oh yeah, and they're loud and obnoxious. If you ever went to school with musical theater kids,
my
you get
God.
in the next room over. Whenever my hotel room is next to Harry's, I hear this cacophony next door before we go. Just
I feel so bad for the people next to me. Yeah.
sure you do.
Good.
That's great.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very
Yeah.
much.
Very much.
Thank
Question.
you.
And best of luck, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing?
My God,
Real
I almost
good.
died.
What's your name?
Abram,
Abram, what's up? What's your question?
I was just wondering, do you think Rick and Morty is like a deep show? Or is it more just like for laughs?
Oh,
I think it's both.
It's both.
Absolutely both.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you
Yeah.
think? Right. I think it's pretty.
Or maybe
I
it's
think
just
it's
like
like-
life is kind of meaningless. So
Like a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we use humor to cope, right? With some of the craziest stuff that we face. I mean, in just our most recent season, there's a lot of really heavy themes dealt with, but hopefully
Yeah.
with some grace and
I think there's some
sensitivity.
lighter ones coming up, right? Isn't it a lighter season?
No spoilers.
Right. Well, it's nice when we have up until season 10 ordered, right? So what's been really nice is to we had a 70 episode order. They've kind of been able to like make each season have some what do we like canon, like things that you wanted to close up stories, things that are about like evil Morty. But then we've also been able to have seasons where there's like a little bit more lighthearted, the one-off episodes, which I think are sometimes my favorite, which we had a lot of in the first few seasons, and then it got very heavy on canonical information and storylines. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of both. I think go back to that original question.
Yeah, no, and as a fan of so many shows that I think walk that fine line. It's if you have too much of one thing, it's going to run stale. So keeping that balance is something that I think Rick and Morty has done really well over the years of having this sandbox where these characters can play in that's infinite. Allows them to go in all kinds of crazy places and directions, and it's a mix of keeping that the zany and the bathroom humor and all that balanced with a serious talk about loss and stuff like that. So it's something for everybody.
Great.
All right.
Awesome answer. Thank you very much. And also, I will let people know we have less than 10 minutes left, so if you have a question, feel free to line up. How you doing?
Good.
What's your name?
Monty.
Monty, nice to meet you.
My son's here, so some of my questions will kind of be for him. His name's
Hi, Monty's son. Everybody's looking at you now.
First question is more for me. Do you guys have anything lined up as far as expansions on Rick and Morty for whether it's going to be more seasons, more animated movie maybe, or even live action? I know you guys probably can't reveal too much, but is there whispers or anything like that that you guys are projecting?
Well, I know that they've got season 9 written. I know season 10 is, I think, pretty much written. And beyond that, we don't know. I mean, they obviously made the Rick and Morty anime show, which has nothing to do with us whatsoever, sadly, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the only outside thing that I'm aware of.
Next question would be for him more. He's an aspiring actor, so when there was a gap for you guys, I think it was between season 4 and 5, were you guys afraid to take on other contracts to have like overlap, or did you guys just take on whatever you could, even though you were probably still wanting to commit to Rick and Morty?
Well, Rick and Morty, we have an open contract. We don't have to be just working only for them, and we don't work full time. We do like in a season maybe takes me 30 hours to record, or less, more. It depends on the season or how heavily my character is featured. So we can do anything like on camera. We can do any other animations we want to. But yeah, it didn't really, other than not getting paid for the job that we like doing. Yeah, you take whatever jobs you can. On-camera jobs have different contracts, right? So you can be hired for second position it gets very wordy and it's lawyery and all that stuff, but yeah.
But for voiceover, you're as far as I know, you're never like under contract to only do that voiceover job. Nothing that I've ever encountered. Maybe there's something, but yeah, it's different with on camera.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you very much. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Quick question for y'all. How many kids you think Rick has at this point?
An infinite amount.
At this point,
because it's like time is infinite, right?
There's a whole lot of Beths out there.
Yeah, I can see that at this point.
You got Space Beth, you got regular Beth. There's a lot of Beths.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. I actually had a question. So, have all of you done a few Comic-Cons at this point in time?
Oh
yeah. This is my first year of doing these conventions. Yeah. Or like the SDCC one. We've done a few of those.
So has this kind of interaction changed your perception and given you like a more of a full picture of the fan base, because people kind of get to really talk to you face to face and probably share more emotional stories, I'd imagine, than they would on, let's say, Twitter or something like that. Did it change anything for you?
I really like how I've had a bunch of people come up to me and say, like, this is like the only show that my whole family will watch together, stuff like that. Or this is like our comfort show, and it like, when we're like feeling down, like it brings us a lot of joy. So that to me is a great thing to see, and like I think that's an easy thing that you can like not be aware of when you're on
Right.
this side of it. So to me that just puts a really great positive perspective on it, which I really enjoy. That's why I love doing these things so much.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's incredible to be able to meet the people who actually like and watch the show that you do. Yeah. Like, when you go into a booth in a dark room, no, it makes me really sad. Like, it's really sweet. I know I sound crazy today, but it means a lot to me. Like, it truly means a lot to me because Like really, because we go in and we never get to meet anybody who likes what we do. We just go in and we hope we're doing a good job, and that we don't get fired, like pretty much. And so it has been really wonderful to know that it touches people in so many ways because it's brought me so much joy, and it's like such an honor and pleasure to be able to do a job I love to do and be able to make money doing it, because it's very hard to do that in life. And I just feel very grateful. So it's been wonderful. Thank you guys. Truly.
Great.
Yeah. I don't look at Twitter. Do people say things online about our show?
Nope. Nobody says anything.
Okay.
Yeah, well, those guys suck. Don't listen to them.
But we've been really great. It's been a really great experience, and we've been really fortunate to be able to go, to other countries too, and just see how wide the fan base is, how far-reaching the show is, how many people's lives it touches, and that's really great. The fact that you're all here in this room means the world, and it's great to meet fans at places such as Colorado Springs Comic-Con, because you're coming up to us and telling us what the show means to you, and that means a lot. That's why we do it.
That's awesome.
I'd gotten to do a lot of the San Diego Comic-Cons, especially with Archer, some with Rick and Morty.
Right.
But it's very different than doing these kind of conventions where you do interact one-on-one. We do some interaction at those, but it's very quick, and it's, you don't have time to really chat with anybody. So this has been, I started doing it just to make some extra money, but it's really, another actor said, you're going to love it. It's so great. And it has been. It's just so, people are so sweet and kind, and, it's so gratifying. It's edifying. It makes you feel like you don't need therapy that week,
That's amazing. And I think we're going to close with this question. So you got some big shoes. Let's see. What do we got?
For Beth.
Spencer. Summer. I don't even remember my own name. What character do I play? Is it Morty? Yeah. Yes. Sorry.
All right. When you have like a double, like when you're like in the citadel of Rick's and you see another like Summer, how do you voice act in that?
Oh yeah, we've thought it's interesting those times. Well, the biggest one was like the Night family episode, right? So I had to do those two sort of separate voices.
Right.
You're like your kind of scary voice like this, but other than that, I guess I've tried to ask them like what do they think would be great. I guess I could make her like slower, but her voice is mostly just a super valley girl, 17-year-old girl, but smart, so I don't change it that much. Usually they just want you to keep it the same for those, unless I had like something weird. We did have those, the Decoy family episode would be like the best example of us having multiple voices, but we didn't change that much. I also did the voice of the baby of our Naruto. I did, but then they changed it with like a voice changer. But I also did it where I'd be like, oh, yeah, so like I did all those things. I was like, so like, I do get to do like some little things here and there, but yeah.
Cool. Any other variation tips from the rest of you guys?
You guys get you guys, I think, get the most variations.
Yes.
And you do too.
Yeah, Jerry has a lot too.
Many Jerrys.
Yeah, but it's almost always, if not always, the same voice. It's just a change in attitude, change in an emotional.
That's the better
kind of place
answer
that he's coming
to that question.
10,000 hours.
That's true though.
Born
Yeah.
with it.
I think with like Rick Prime and Evil Morty, even it's the same voice.
Same
It's
voice
just-
from a different place.
Exactly. Yeah.
Although we're starting to have some fun. I had some fun in Unmort Rickon, because there were a couple Ricks that we saw that were very different as they appeared as drawn. At that point, they had the character art when I stepped into the booth. So there was the nerdy, there was a nerdy Rick in there, and then there was
British, the British
There was a
one.
British kind of James Bond.
Yeah.
So and there was no expectation to do the accent, but I started playing around with it. So that's an example of also just kind of us playing around with some new ideas in the booth that made it into it. And then the grizzled diehard Rick just he killed my wife. So yeah, that's. I hope we have more Citadel-like episodes for all of us too, because it's more Funkos.
Awesome.
So many more.
What a great
Thank you
closing
so
line.
much.
Thank you very much for the question. That's going to be it for us. Thank you guys so much for coming out. This is so good. Please give it up. Harry Belden, Spencer Grammer, Ian Cardoni, and Chris Parnell.
Fun panel. Good work.
Oh, thank you
Good
very
job.
much. Oh, me and Harry Belden and Chris Parnell go way back.
Yeah. Oh,
and then
I
my
mean-
new pals, Spencer Grammer and Ian Cardoni.
I mean, I was also there for the first panel you did with Harry Belden and Chris Parnell.
That's what I meant. The four of us go way back.
Yeah, okay. Just seemed like when you said it.
It seems like I forgot that you were there.
Yes.
Oh, I would never.
Oh, okay. With a reassurance that confident, how could it not be true?
Yeah, this is a kind of a funny thing for our feed. We can talk about this on the podcast. I did go down to New Jersey with Brad, and we did New Jersey Comic Con.
Yes.
Contropolis, and we did a panel with Harry Belden and Chris Parnell.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was super exciting, and it
Sure.
was awesome to meet them. They were great. Chris Parnell, comedy legend, love him. And so we recorded that, and we're like, this is really cool for the podcast. And then like like a month and a half later, 2 months later, they're like, you're gonna do another Rick and Morty panel with the same people plus two more, and Brad's not gonna be there. And I was like, okay. And so we filmed that too. And so now we're gonna have two Rick and Morty panels in a row on the podcast with two of the same people and two new people. But that's fine. It was just a funny happenstance.
Yeah. I have a request.
Please.
You had asked Ian and Harry to switch characters on stage, and they did
Well,
great.
let me. Can I preface this? Real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah, go ahead.
Just because I want to excuse myself if anyone's like, "Oh, this guy treating them like trained monkeys." No, I had the idea.
You treated them like drained monkeys.
They were
That's
trained. They
disgusting.
just traveled. There was elevation.
I thought all the fluids were removed.
Yeah. So I thought about the fact that when Brad and I moderated the first panel with Harry Belden, he told us everyone that tried out for the voice of Rick and Morty tried out for both voices.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation about that, a little back and forth. It was funny. And so going into this panel, when I was coming up with my questions, the second one where Ian Cardoni would be there, I was like, oh, it's really interesting that they both tried out for both Rick and Morty. I'd love to hear Ian Cardoni's Morty and Harry Belden's Rick and have them switch roles.
Sure.
And I thought about that, and I was like, no, I'm not going to ask them if they want to do that. Like, I don't know them well enough to know if they are like, yeah, that's fun, let's do it, or if they're like, oh, I'm not going to just jump into a voice for you. You know what I mean? Who knows? And I didn't want to overstep. But then during the panel, if you just watched it, Spencer Grammer kind of gets them. She kind of calls out some requests to Ian Cardoni about doing impressions. So when that happened, I felt like it opened the door for a suggestion. And I also did frame it like, hey, I wasn't going to ask this. I thought about this.
Yeah.
And so just anyone watching that's like, wow, that moderator really was just like, yeah, get on the spot, do this. It's like, it was more like, I was like, oh, because they're all joking around and doing that stuff already, I think it's okay to toss in. You know?
Sure,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my request.
Yeah, your request. Yeah.
You know,
right
my two favorite Funbearable characters are Ray Harrington and Chuck Staten. Could you guys do a scene? Could you guys do a?
Do you
could
want
you guys
the
do
podcast to be over?
It's gonna be.
and done.
It's gonna be a big fight.
What's tough is like I can make fun of Ray,
Yeah.
and say things in my voice, but I would have a really hard time like copying your cadence and your tone. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
Sure, yeah. And I can't do it.
All right, Jeff Goldblum, relax.
All right, Jeff Goldblum, relax.
What?
I can't do it. It's too tough.
That's all right.
All right, now you
That's
try and do
fine.
Chuck's voice.
I don't want to do it.
Just laugh like him. Just give me a Chuck Staten hyena laugh.
I don't think I could.
No.
I genuinely don't think I could.
No, my laugh is really specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people where I actually feel pretty confident that I can track someone's cadence and rhythms, but like I can't change the pitch of my voice. And I think you know who else is like that as an impressionist? I think Jimmy Fallon's like that. And I think he only does impressions of people whose voice he has a similar tone to.
Yeah,
Seinfeld.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Sandler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Your laugh is like a child's drawing of a mountain range.
Yeah, it really
It's
is.
just really like thick, and then
Yeah. That's very fun.
No, it is. It really is.
Here's a serious question about Richard and Morton.
Yes.
That would be. I would watch that show.
Mortimer, Mortimer.
The British Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
And it's-
Richard and Mortimer.
Oh, that's fucking
Oh my
funny.
god, the voice of Mortimer, Bob Mortimer.
Yeah. Ooh. And the whole thing is, instead of being like a Back to the Future thing where it's Doc and Marty,
Richard Osman.
now it's like some kind of weird thing on Doctor Who,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
I feel
that
like
makes
that's where it
sense.
would be.
That's the equivalent.
Yeah,
the British equivalent
like,
of time travel.
So the cartoon would be Doctor What and
Doctor what?
something. I don't know. I gotta be honest with you, Doctor Who, and this is a adequately like nerdy thing that we're in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I can say this. This is not what I intended to bring up, but Doctor Who, I feel like on paper,
Yeah.
ticks all the boxes of something I should love.
British. That's it.
British
That's it.
Time travel?
Oh, hold on, British like entertainment stuff, television,
Nope.
things like that.
Nope. You love colonialism.
Yeah, not a fan of their colonialism
Yep.
or their borderline genocidal views with Ireland. So yeah, what?
I didn't know about this. They were genociding Ireland?
It's oh, good lord!
Is this a potato
oh
famine
my
thing?
god! Yeah, and also the war they had with
And the
them.
Troubles?
Yeah.
You told me about?
Yeah.
Really? Are they friends now?
They coexist. Like,
and yeah, they coexist. Fences make good neighbors.
Yeah.
Let's just say that for them.
Ooh, I never heard of that.
yeah.
We're really going to struggle through this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll tell you
British.
about the history of it.
Science fiction.
Science fiction, a little bit of comedy,
Yeah.
time travel,
Yeah.
like all of these things should work for me. And the weird thing is, my mom loves Doctor Who, like to a degree that's insane, right?
Yeah.
And you know, she's one of those classic like boomery parents that has a very loud ringtone associated with everything.
Good.
Oh, that's
So
hilarious.
if she gets a text, it's the incredibly loud sound of like the TARDIS
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
And so like she'll come and visit and her phone will be in her purse and we'll just hear from the other room this incredibly loud sound. I remember the first time it happened, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I thought there was something happening.
My mom, she has different loud ringtones too.
Yeah.
For some, this is so fucking funny. My Aunt Fran, who she's close to, and sometimes they, they've gotten into bickering things.
And legally, if your name is Fran, you have to be an aunt.
Yeah.
yeah. And the phone rang one time when it was Aunt Fran, and it went. Do-do-do, bow, bow, bow. Like
Oh,
that.
I'm fighting with your Aunt Fran. We're not getting along right now.
She changes her ringtone based on the mood and the relationship.
Yeah.
That's great.
When they
Killed me.
when they mended their fences, it was like then she sends another text. It's like, I'm back. Ding, back in the New York groove. Right? Like, that's because we're friends again.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
ringtone for my brother Sam is the Godfather theme. I don't know why.
What's the
I never
ringtone
thought-
for you?
I never thought. I don't know because I'm not there when I call.
You should call and find out when you're next. Not now, obviously. You looked at your phone. Like, I'll do it now. No, you can't hear her. When next time you're with her, you should call her phone. And
Oh no,
see.
though. But what if it's disappointing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if it's like?
Womp 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 womp.
Yeah.
What if it's-
What's a big long wet fart?
What if it's the score from Problem Child?
Oh.
I wouldn't recognize it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one would.
What's a good song for being disappointed in your child?
The dog's in the cradle.
I don't know.
Does she have a ringtone for me?
I don't know. I don't. But I do. I never thought about the fact that my mom has these funny
Yeah,
ringtones.
it's that bell you hear when death shows up.
Dong.
yeah. It's that sound.
Yep.
Oh, who's calling me?
She shivered.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just Brad.
No, but yeah. So my mom has.
Your mom's a who head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a wicked who head.
Yeah.
So she has that stuff, and I tried to give it a chance
Yeah.
long ago, back
Yeah.
when David Tennant was still on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I can't do this. And then recently, I was like, I like David Tennant a lot.
Yeah.
It does tick all these boxes, and now here's this 10-year-old that I made, right?
Yep.
Let's see if we can enjoy this together. And we bonded over like the 20 minutes that we tried to watch it.
Yeah.
We went back to the first episode of David Tennant era.
Yep.
And we started it, and 20 minutes in, it was such a beautiful moment to look over at my son, and both of us have the same look on our faces of like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Really?
Like a real like I'm trying, but I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Something about it. I don't know. I don't know.
You know
I don't get it.
It's so funny. One time, me and Ray were talking on the phone, and I was talking to you about The Greatest Showman, and you
Yeah.
were talking about how you didn't like musicals, and it made me laugh, and you were annoyed that I was laughing because you were a lot of times I was like laughing at you. But the thing is, I think we all have these things where it's like this turns me off for some reason.
Sure, yeah.
For me, one of them is like deep in space, like not like Star Wars or Guardians of the Galaxy, because that
Yeah.
feels a little bit more street level, where it's like you go to the planet and you're doing stuff.
Okay.
But like Gravity,
Yeah.
Gravity, I'm like, oh, it's just nothing for me. When I was a kid, it was Westerns. Now I'm still that way about sword and sandal movies, like Gladiator and stuff like that. It just doesn't hit me. But what's the reason I was laughing and the reason I still think about it is like, it's funny that these things are just like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it comes from a place of like, you watched stuff when you were younger and didn't connect to it, or you never got an appreciation for it. I don't know.
Well, I think for me,
we all have it.
You know what? I'd also say mine.
go ahead.
I don't care for Tyler Perry films. I don't like movies with Kevin Hart. I don't like Morgan Freeman. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'll say I don't know if the camera was on me when Chuck was talking about like the things he doesn't like, and I'm like, oh, I've got my joke lined up.
Yeah. Oh my god,
that was great.
I can't wait.
Oh,
that's great.
You could take that in so many different ways too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't like.
Things I don't like: Mel Brooks movies, Schindler's List.
I have a couple that I don't like too. Jackie Chan, Jet Li.
Martial arts films.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I hate? Mona Lisa Smiles, Little Women.
Yes.
Anything with a strong female protagonist. No.
Yeah.
But so for me, musicals and rom-coms kind of fit in this same thing that I can't truck with.
Yeah.
There are some rom-coms that I enjoy. There are some musicals that I've enjoyed.
Right.
In spite of this issue. So with rom-coms, my main issue is it's a foregone conclusion.
It's formulaic. It's too formulaic.
Yeah. And also like you understand like this is where it's gonna go. Here are the beats we're gonna hit.
Yeah.
So it to me, I'm like, meh. I can't really get into this. And for musicals, for me, really, it's this idea of like, I keep getting annoyed when they start singing. And because it's like, okay, I'm watching a movie. Yep. All right, this movie's happening, the plot's happening, things are, oh, fuck, they're singing now. Because everything grinds to a halt, and you put on this thing that is so outside of a narrative thing, and it becomes a stage production.
It's interesting because a song, it's funny because I've thought about the idea of musicals because I'm so into screenwriting, directing, all these different things. And I've thought about the moments of plot within musicals. And is it like the plot moves forward and then stop for a song, plot moves forward, stop for a song? And I think that there probably is like a very magical, moment where you can actually make the plot really progress through the song.
Yeah.
And that's probably very difficult to do. And I think most of the time you're not going to get that much progression. Some stuff has it. I will say that the movie with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell that was directed
Spirited.
They do a thing in the beginning to introduce his character, and he goes to a business to tell them about like it's basically a business that's selling traditional Christmas trees and how their numbers are down. And his whole thing is manipulating divisive like culture to get them to do it. And it's pretty good in terms of it, but it's still really like you get it right away.
Yeah.
And it's a display of his character, but then there's the full song.
Right. And often a song will like, if there is any kind of movement forward or pipe being laid, it's more like an introduction to the person.
That's what
or
I
the
mean,
place where it's just like, I'm Steve and I have this opinion. And here's the song that reflects that opinion. That duck, I hate it. Kick that duck. Right? And it's like, oh, Steve's bad, guys. Hey, everybody, Steve's bad. I fucking hate it.
We're wearing the chains that we forged in life. Marley and Marley.
I don't care for it. I really don't. And I think it's because it's such a removal from the thing that you're in. You know what I mean? You go from narrative thing, we're in this world, to we're performing jazz hands, right? And that's when I check out. There's a couple of these types of things that do work for me. Speaking of time travel with Rick and Morty, I think About Time is a movie that is essentially a rom-com.
Sure.
And when the trailer was out,
the time on their arm is that
no.
That's
no.
in time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Wait,
Out
are you
of
talking about
Time?
the Justin Timberlake movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the movie you like?
No. Nor is that a rom-com.
Well, that's what
It's so funny the idea that you would pick out that terrible movie.
Yeah, I
and be
love
like,
it.
do
I love it.
I've never seen it, and I don't know. So I don't know the movie.
I love it.
I was asking if it was the movie I was thinking of. It's not.
No.
Yeah.
About Time is genuinely one of my favorite movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did not see it when it came out. The trailer makes it look like this is a straight up rom-com.
Yeah, the trailer is misleading.
Yeah, and I remember watching it and crying when it was over in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
And then being like, I love this movie.
I just think it's an in-time thing. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
But it is so good. The movie is Donald Gleason, great actor, and he has the ability. He finds out that in his family, the men in the family have the ability to travel in time.
Okay. Yeah.
The way it works is they can only go back. They can never go forward. They can only go back to times they were already in
Right.
their own bodies.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like you couldn't time travel back to the Civil War. You were around.
Yeah.
You couldn't go to ancient Mesopotamia. Okay.
Not ancient Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
Man,
Later
the idea of like,
Mesopotamia.
so I could time travel back to the Civil War and give those Union boys what for?
But
I got a knife on my gun.
Yes.
It's my invention.
Yeah.
We should put the pointy thing at the end of the boomy thing.
But I put it at the wrong end. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out. It originated with a guy who was like, we should be able to shoot knives out of these things. He couldn't get it down the barrel.
Well, to start.
We'll start with this. You can throw it like a javelin.
Yeah.
And then he sees people doing this, and he's like, "You're doing it wrong."
Do we not do knives on guns anymore? Is that gone?
I think that's gone.
I think it's mostly gone. Yeah.
I'd like a knife on my gun.
Well, now we're in a world where it's not one shot. Okay, give me like 2.5 minutes to reload.
The popoki.
With close quarters. Now
That's
it's just
probably-
like rat-a-tat, rat-a-tat, rat-a-tat.
Okay, so it's a function of necessity because you're going to be reloading your gun, and it's okay.
Correct.
I see.
Listen up, shooters.
Because I'm thinking of like if I had a handgun
Mhm.
and it had like a little blade on it, and I was like, I swear to God, I'd shoot you.
I think it'd be funny to have a little handgun with a big Bowie knife. on it.
Yeah. I'm
Named after David Bowie.
It'd be cool to have my handgun,
Yeah.
like machete, and I'm cutting through the forest.
Yeah.
Just in case, what if I cut and there's a tiger?
That's where the Bowie knife comes from, because David Bowie was in the jungle once to do a shoot for a music video. And he
Right.
kept going, "These leaves are in the way." And he was doing that. I can't do a David Bowie. So
I can't do a Ray Harrington.
Can I be honest with you? I have bitted myself so far away from where we were.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was talking about. Yes,
Your
about
mom
time.
was your mom was a who head.
Keep her name out of your fucking mouth. No, About Time. It's
Yes.
great. He finds out he can go back in time.
Yeah.
What that movie, by the end of the movie, I do recommend, if you haven't seen About Time, it's very good. I love the message of it, which is essentially like, this is going to sound weird. You should live every day as if you have traveled back in time to experience that day in your life.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Like basically
In that case, I'm out of here.
Ooh, he's vanishing.
Yes.
No, I mean like, appreciate the moment that you're in.
Right.
And it's a very nice thing. And I really like the movie.
Yeah.
That is technically a rom-com.
Right.
Yeah.
For musical, that's where it gets a little tricky for me.
Do you have any of the old like Robin Hood, like from Disney and stuff like that, like the traditional stuff you saw
but
as a
those
kid?
are like more like Disney cartoon things where it's like all of them have those things.
Yeah.
And even that kind of stuff.
South Park, bigger, longer, undercut.
I mean, you know.
I was hoping
George
to get
Lucas.
that past.
No, like Lion King. Like when I was a kid, I would see Lion King, and then as soon as they're do 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 do, I'm like, I'm checking out.
For me, I'm putting on a warthog costume when I hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will say, when Chuck was like, "Oh, I watched this movie. It's called The Greatest Showman." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm familiar with it." He's like, "You've probably never heard of it. It stars a guy named Hugh Jackman. You've probably never heard of him." I'm like, "No, I'm familiar with Hugh Jackman." He's like, "I think he's going to be a wolf guy." And then he's like, "Let me show you this scene between this song between Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron." And I'm like, "Hey, I have to go." Chuck takes my keys. He throws them in a sewer. And he's like, "Let me
Pulls
show you
his
this."
pants down, hits play on the DVD
Yeah,
player.
he's like, let me show you this, and it does sort of advance the plot where he's like, "Hey, like,
Basically-
come join my circus."
Yeah, it's basically about Zac Efron being this guy who's like high up in society at the time, and Hugh Jackman is P.T. Barnum is saying like, why don't you come be part of this?
Yeah.
And Zac Efron's involved in like plays, and Zac Efron's like, that's beneath me. And this song is about him convincing him to come.
And, super catchy song, like well
Great
shot,
song.
well directed. But I still have never seen the whole movie. Also, those car keys are still in that sewer.
Yeah.
It's tricky. I think I'm struggling to think of any of the exact musicals. I had one in my head a minute ago, but it went away.
Are there any comedy musicals you like?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think too.
but
That's interesting.
To me,
I guess South Park is what put me on that path.
Yeah.
Like Cannibal the musical, South Park.
But those are
Team
tongue-in-cheek
America.
musicals.
Yes, they are.
You know?
I know. And I
Yeah.
wonder if that counts as like I know. It's almost
Right.
changes it because it's
Yeah.
about jokes and it's not
Yeah.
about plot.
Yeah, and I think also there are certain movies where you would look at it and go, "Oh, it is a musical, I guess."
Yeah.
but it's the music that's being performed in the thing is diegetic to the
Diegetic,
story.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
like they're actually playing instruments and doing things.
Like Back to the Future is very musical. But
Sure,
but it's
sure.
like a lot of it is in the movie.
Yeah, or like Baby Driver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Perfect.
It's so intrinsic to music, but they're not jazz handing through the movie.
What if we remake that Justin Timberlake movie as a musical? Justin Timberlake can sing. That's what he's known for.
There you go.
I think we're getting that movie that The Rock was in, that the Donnie Darko guy did. What is that called
Southland
again?
Tales.
Yeah, then it's like Southland Tales where he does his musical number.
I've also never seen that.
I got sold, but I'm not a soldier.
Chuck tried to show me that one as well.
No, I don't know that movie.
You had that movie.
You had zip ties and you tied them down.
Yes.
But no, so those things take it away for me, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I struggle with those. Oh, but the point I was making
Yes,
before,
Doctor Who.
pre the Doctor Who thing, I wanted to give it a shot, but I couldn't. There is a thing that ticks all those same exact boxes,
Right.
Yeah.
that you would write down for what, like the ones that you rattled
Yeah.
off, right? For Doctor Who. And it's the same ones, and it ticks every box, and I love it to a level that is like I'm just gonna love it forever.
Yeah, it's unhealthy.
Yeah, no, it's healthy. Red Dwarf,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, you love Red Dwarf.
Yeah, it's a British television show, sci-fi comedy show that was done in front of a live audience, like 3-camera sitcom style, which is fucking bananas to
Yeah,
me.
that
To
is.
do a sci-fi we're on a spaceship show as a 3-camera sitcom is cool. They wrote some books about it. I lent you the books.
Yes.
What I wanted to say about that is like Red Dwarf, it has all of that fun stuff. And the thing that I nerd out about is same thing. It's the same little hairs in my brain that get tickled with Rick and Morty, certain episodes. It's like playing with theoretical physics, playing with the what ifs of time travel.
Yeah.
Sure.
I love that kind of thing. And it's
Yeah.
so fun because Rick and Morty has this like secret, really interesting, what if about it with a lot of that stuff, with like quantum theory and
Yeah.
playing around with time
Yeah.
travel
Oh,
in
yeah.
different universes.
Yeah.
And taking those and going, oh, that's an interesting concept that's real.
Yeah.
And people, real like physicists theorize this. It's a what if here, but what if we do that in a funny thing?
Exactly.
And that's so much fun.
Yeah.
That's really, really fun.
I love it. I was really blown away by the episode where they must have decided to parody Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and they did it where Rick's consciousness was trapped in Bird Person's mind.
Oh, yeah.
And so he was able to go back through all of his memories, but he was limited by Bird Person's knowledge. So like if portal guns didn't work, he could just see what they were and see what they made. And like that episode, it's funny because I love Rick and Morty, and like I've really enjoyed it since season 1, and I always find stuff about it to like. But then sometimes there's just like a jump up in terms of like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that one when he was going through the mind,
Yeah.
and he meets the other Rick, and the other Rick realizes he's just a memory, but he's helping him out and stuff like that. And then
Yeah,
he sneaks out into
yeah.
his brain.
Yeah,
It's so
that's
good.
really wonderful.
Yeah,
Like,
I love that stuff.
And like the pathos that they deal with, or not pathos, but really just sort of like deep self-loathing that they play with one of the characters in Red Dwarf,
Yep.
Arnold Rimmer, he presents as like, I want to succeed and climb the ladder of the
Right.
career, but he's so self-loathing. He's
Yeah.
convinced his parents hated him. Everything is somebody else's fault, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like you bring up that idea of being limited in the mind, and I think they explore a lot of that kind of same idea with Rick, right?
Yeah.
But just little things of there's a whole plot line, a couple of episodes where there's this video game, Better Than Life.
Yes.
That people became addicted to. It just like they're homeless, sitting on the street, drooling, but they have their headset on and they're in Better Than Life, and they all get sucked into the game, and the game is great for everybody, and then Rimmer fucks it up.
Yes.
His own psyche can't allow him to be happy. So the perfect future that he envisioned for himself, he gets it for like the first 5 minutes of the episode, and then everything's miserable. And then it starts to affect everybody else's life.
Right.
And it's really fun.
That is fun.
I love that idea of exploring, okay, if time travel exists, how do we play with this in a fun, interesting way? It's really hard to make such dry scientific stuff genuinely funny.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's what gets me so excited about that idea.
I think I have one of my theories about Rick and Morty and like the meteoric popularity.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because I think we're living in this weird like TikTok generation thing where people are kind of looking for stuff that's like so snappy and like move forward, move forward, move forward. And a lot of times what that makes you do is dumb things down.
Mm-hmm.
Like we saw Bad Boys 4. We saw Bad Boys 4. And I felt like
they're bad men at this point.
Yeah. Bad grandpas. And
prequel, Bad Babies.
and Bad Babies, Bad Grandpas.
Oh, the camera spinning around an infant.
Yes. And like Bad Boys 2, a triumph of action films. The way it was filmed is so good. Bad Boys 4.
He won't watch the Bad Boys movies. They're on his list of don'ts.
I think they're bad boys, but for other reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
bad.
you do agree with boys for sure.
So we watched it, and it's fine. It's a fine summer action movie. It's I'm not criticizing really, but
that's what it said on the poster.
But it's cut so quickly that you can tell they're like, oh, they're trying to cater to this generation.
Yeah.
Here's what's interesting: Rick and Morty is super popular at this same time, and I actually think they've also capitalized on that, but instead of dumbing it down, they almost made it more dense with jokes and information.
Sure, yeah.
So they jump from thing to thing in like this sci-fi way, whether it is into someone's memory or into another universe or whatever.
Yeah.
And they give it way less explanation than I think like a adult cartoon of equivalent from 20 years prior would give it. But I think it actually helps them stay on top of that lack of attention span that people have.
Yeah,
Where it's like the jokes, the information, the environment, the characters, everything comes at you so quick that it still feeds that thing where you have this shorter attention span, but it brings people in to somehow a higher quality with better writing, which is really, really interesting because I think it usually goes in the opposite direction.
I would totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was watching some of it. I think it was around that episode. I don't know if it was that exact episode because I think that episode was in season 7, if not season 6. And they did something right after that, and I was like, wow, they did this with so little setup and so little exposition that they're really expecting a lot from the audience.
Yeah.
But maybe if you're into Rick and Morty in season 7 and they're doing all these things, maybe they're like, well, this is the audience we've cultivated. That they have this understanding of this world and we can do that. And it's really, really impressive. It's a really impressive thing because I think to the outward audience that's not involved in writing or television or anything or production, they're just like, oh yeah, it's a great show. But for me, I'm like, no, I think that this is part of like their writing style that they've made that is probably like a thing behind the scenes that they've figured out, and they're like, well, this has to be this is going to go this fast, we don't need this much of this, and you leave more room for humor or whatever when you don't have to set things up as much.
Of course,
It's really interesting.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it, and I do think there's not enough comedy, in that sci-fi comedy is a rare thing anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably because sci-fi can go so outside of grounded reality.
Yeah.
To do jokes can seem very empty because you're so far away from a grounded reality.
Sure, yeah.
But it's also even more rare to find a sci-fi comedy that dives into the sci-fi side of it, right?
Yeah.
So it's really fun.
No, it is. It's
I know
really
you
cool.
don't like stuff that's like just out in space, right?
Yeah, so this stuff doesn't bother me, although I've never really gotten into like Star Trek. But for that, it's like part of it is that it feels really dry to me. So a comedy is it kind of rectifies that immediately.
Sure,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I'm into that kind of stuff. I just never have been super pulled towards sci-fi. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I mean, I love Alien. I love a lot of films that are sci-fi films.
Yeah, yeah.
But I haven't really watched a lot of sci-fi television.
No, that's fine.
I
That's
really
fine.
haven't. But I'm open.
Yeah, you definitely don't strike me as a Star Trek person.
Yeah,
because they were all about like equality and fairness and stuff.
Well, no, I don't even mean this as like a
I meant
joke
it as-
or
I meant it
know
as a
you do,
joke.
yeah, as a joke or like an insult or anything. It's just like OG Star Trek. I mean, the first, the original. Now I'm getting super nerdy.
Well, I was gonna
the
say
original stuff is more just like it's closer to action adventure, I guess.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but
I'm talking about the next generation.
Yeah, I grew up with that. My mom really liked that.
My mom loves it. That's why I
yeah.
have it.
That always struck me as like every episode is an ethical dilemma.
Right.
So let's examine ethics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's fun. There is very, very little humor in it, for sure.
I will say this. I don't know if I've ever really watched it past the age of like 16. I don't think I've ever watched Next Generation.
Puberty hit and you were like, I'm out. They're so dressed.
Well,
they're too dressed.
Well, it was more like my mom would just watch it.
Hands and heads are the only thing exposed. I can't work with this.
And they were just
That's
like
all it takes.
She was just watch it, and I'd kind of check in and out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I don't even know. Like I can't even remember like a plot of an episode. I don't think I've ever watched it as an adult. So
If you had access to a holodeck, do you know what the holodeck is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you know? Yeah.
It's like the Danger Room.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's less trainy, I guess.
I mean,
in terms of fighting.
I remember being a puberty boy and that show being on and being like, oh, if I had a holodeck.
Oh my
If
god.
I had a holodeck, I would just like, because you could just sleep with anybody. You know what I mean? I'd just be like famous people all day long.
They had
What
a
are you doing today? I'm having sex with this famous person.
Yeah.
They had a holodeck in Jason X.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, just so they could have another campsite. It's
That's
so
amazing.
funny.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
so that movie is fucking ridiculous.
I love it.
That might be the best moment in the Friday the 13th series.
And that's also I hope this makes sense, but Jason X, Jason in Space, is also the most Canadian movie.
Oh.
It's so fucking Canadian.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Does that make sense?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Do you know why they made Jason X? There's a reason they made it.
I feel like I did know, but I don't remember anymore. I pushed it out to remember like my son's, health information.
Well, well, Chuck's going to tell it to you again, so forget about Finn's allergies.
What's his blood type? Jason X was made because there's just
X.
His blood type is X.
So they made Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
And in that movie, Jason is...
Which, by the way, he
doesn't really go to hell.
just
I don't
comes
see him in
back
hell.
from
I
hell.
wish I saw Jason in hell.
Yeah.
I want to see the devil and Jason.
So show me the devil going, damn, dude, you did a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're pretty bad.
Yeah.
But so...
What's with all the people fucking?
I love the idea that both of you and I did like Hulk Hogan as the devil.
Well, not a great dude. You know what I mean?
So anyway, so no.
He has the same movie don'ts list as Brad. Hulk Hogan does.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, only his just says no something.
Yeah.
It's
It's more succinct than mine.
Yeah.
Quick side note, it's so funny because I'm watching like some wrestling documentaries with Natalie. She's completely turned off to watching wrestling right now, but she's loving the
Right now.
Well, she's
I'll wear her down.
well, something happened with Kurt Angle at the Comic-Con, honestly.
Oh.
Cause so I was
That sounded like he did something to her.
so basically what happened was when I was gonna moderate panels at the Comic-Con,
Yeah.
they were like, all right, who wants this person, this person, this person, and I put in for Kurt Angle. And Kurt Angle is one of my favorite wrestlers, but the truth is that he also won the Olympic gold medal for America with a broken neck. He went into that with I think 3 broken vertebrae. And I was going into it, Natalie was like yeah, because I was going to go visit her and go to the Comic-Con with her. I was like, do you know Kurt Angle? She's like, no. And I'm like, let's watch this documentary. And it's like 90% about his rise as an amateur wrestler to the Olympics. And she was really interested in it. And then she's just like, yeah, these wrestling stories are really interesting. I'm like, oh yeah. And I showed her a documentary about Chris Benoit, who murdered his family and all these different things.
Yeah.
And she's like flipping out and she's watching it.
It's because they named those balls after him.
But it's funny because she's like, she's seeing all these people for the first time, and I'm like telling her about these wrestlers, and Hulk Hogan's coming up, and she's like, well, tell me about Hulk Hogan. And I'm like, I think Hulk Hogan is like the first insanely globally famous wrestler
Sure,
and
yeah.
put wrestling on the map in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain to her, like, because I'm telling her all these things. I'm like, you know, like, I don't have any affinity for Hulk Hogan. He's not like a dude that I'm just like, you know, I am like that with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think Cena rules. I have all these wrestling people that I'm like, I really like this person as an individual. But Hulk Hogan is a really weird one. It's a really strange one where I was telling her, I'm like, yeah, he was kind of tricked into secretly making a sex tape where people taped him against his will and released the sex tape. But on the sex tape, he said all these wicked racist things, and that got out as well. So it's this weird ethical dilemma because ultimately he's the victim in that story, but it also exposed his weird racism. It's such a bizarre, combination of things.
Yeah.
If there was any woman out there who was like someone filmed them having sex without their permission and put it out as a sex tape, she's for sure the victim. So it shouldn't be different because he's an old man. You know what I mean? It's like, it sucks that someone did that to him.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But anyway, it was just bringing up the Hulk Hogan thing was funny. Shit, I lost what I was going to say. We were talking about
Okay. You got so heated
Kurt Angle
about
and Natalie.
defending Hulk Hogan.
defending. I just thought I don't have an affinity for
it
him.
was a joke. Relax.
What the fuck were we saying though?
Kurt Angle. Natalie went to talk to Kurt Angle, and something happened.
Well, so she's like, man, because Kurt Angle was at the con.
Yeah.
And she's like, man, I want to say hi to him. Like, we just watched this documentary. The documentary is very well put together. And she's like, I want to say hi to him. And I'm like, just go say hi. It's okay. And she's like, but I'm not going to buy anything from his table. I feel really guilty. I'm like, there's no one in line. You're like a pretty girl. Like, if you just go say, hey, like, I'm a big fan. I really, I watched the documentary. I'm like, he's not going to be mad. He's not going to be annoyed at that. And she did. And she comes back and she's like, oh. And I'm like, what? And she goes, what was he mean? She goes, no, he was really, really nice. But then, like, I just felt this responsibility to keep talking. So I said, like, I mean, I don't like wrestling. I don't like wrestling or anything like that. And she started going in that direction. I'm like, why? No. Why is that where you go? You don't have to say that. You don't even have to mention. He's not going to ask you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was very, very funny. It was very cute. So here's why they made Jason X. When they made Jason Goes to Hell, at the end of the movie,
we've established.
Yeah.
And Ray, you're a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan.
How about Jason Goes to Heaven one of these days?
What happens is, in the movie, there's some sort of, they basically reveal he's a Deadite from the Evil Dead series, but they don't say it. But the Necronomicon is there, and it's the dagger from Evil Dead, and that's how they kill him. So at the end of Jason Goes to Hell, someone stabs him with the thing, and someone kicks it into him, and so it kills him. And this is like the ultimate way to kill Jason. You can actually kill him. This is like the 9th movie or something, probably because of Jason X.
Yeah.
And well, I got it right. Let's just say that.
Very good.
So his spirits are dying, and like, he's
my spirits.
Did you see Jason Goes to Hell or not really?
Yeah, I mean,
but a long time ago. Yeah,
1 million years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
He disappears. Mask falls onto the ground. Freddy Krueger's hand comes up from the ground, pulls his hand and his mask into hell, and Freddy laughs.
Yeah.
They did not have the rights to make a Freddy versus Jason movie, and they wanted to. I don't know if it was Touchstone or New Line or whatever it was at the time. New Line probably had Freddy. I don't know who had Jason at the time. Maybe it was Paramount. And they were like, they're trying to figure out this rights issue.
Could have been Orion.
And there was a script, and the script going around was Jason versus Freddy versus Ash from the Evil Dead.
Right.
And they were trying to figure it out. Is it going to be just Freddy versus Jason? Is it going to be this? And they couldn't figure out the rights, but they didn't want to lose the rights to the character. I guess you have to make a movie every certain amount of years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know that was part of this, but either that or they just wanted to keep making Jason movies. And they were like, well, what if we put it way in the future? Then we could just put a Freddy versus Jason in between.
Yeah.
And that's 100% the reason they decided to do it. It's just because they were like...
And Canada had a tax credit.
But they were just like, well, this won't fuck with the timeline if we put it a million years in the future. And so that's the reason they made Jason X.
There should be a Canadian slasher.
Ooh.
A Canadian slash. I just want to hear all of the Canadians like, hey, where's Chris?
Hey,
you hear that noise? Out in the woods? Yeah.
It's just a moose, eh?
It's probably just a moose.
Probably just a moose.
Yeah, you're just getting crazy ideas.
What
Come
is
on
it?
in. Come on back in.
What's that all over the showers?
We're all having dinner.
Is it syrup?
Hey, sir, we're trying to have supper. Sir, get out of here. Oh, that's a big knife. You need a sharpener or something? Wow. Oh, geez, I got blood all over your shirt. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I would love it.
By the way, syrup, you said that, and I just got so upset.
Yeah, I
We've
remember.
had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recently had it because the saddest thing in my life as a parent has happened.
Has your son strayed from the path of...
Finn is growing up in Rhode Island.
Yep.
It's not a choice that I would have made, but it's what has happened in his life. He's grown up in Rhode Island.
Yep.
And so he said syrup the other day.
Oh yeah.
And a little part of
for
me
what?
died.
Maple syrup?
No.
Well, there's coffee syrup and chocolate syrup.
Yeah. Well,
People
see,
have
this is why it's dangerous to be from Rhode Island. You're like, well, there's coffee syrup before even chocolate syrup.
Well, coffee syrup is
That's a Rhode Island thing.
superior.
Yeah. No, he said syrup talking about maple syrup.
Right.
And I was like, no, it's syrup, right? Not syrup. Syrup.
Yeah.
And he tried to be cocky back to me. He tried to be a little flippant. And he was like, it's not spelled S-I-R-U-P. It's syrup, right? And I went, no. And I got so anal about this. I pulled out my phone. I Googled like how to pronounce syrup. And sure enough, syrup is the pronunciation. He's like, it's syrup because it's a Y. And I went, oh, really? Do you say system?
Yeah.
Do you say system? Do you say physics? I have to get a physical? I got so anal about this. It was ridiculous.
Oh,
it
it's
was ridiculous.
fantastic. That's great.
But that's so you're not from the area.
I'm not.
What do you say?
I use them interchangeably.
Oh man, you're
Waffle.
Well, there's also
fingers because it's syrup. He's
It's
gonna
funny because I
waffle.
do think of you think that there's syrup and syrup. I think you're the middleman between two choices that are not that another choice that's not being represented.
What?
Here. I think people say syrup.
Syrup?
I'm
Oh,
not-
you brought this up before.
I-
I think that's an outlier.
I don't know. I have heard people say it a lot though.
Sure, but I do think like nationally that's an outlier.
I think there's the syrup people, the syrup people, and you're the peacemaker, and you're right in the middle. Syrup.
No, I'm just
Like
I'm
stirrups.
saying it the way it's supposed to be said. Syrup.
Language is ever changing.
I will go to the fucking mats on this.
And I know
You want to go to
will.
the mattresses on this? I'll go to the mattresses.
I'll go to
on
the
this.
mattresses on this.
I'll go to the fucking mattresses.
I'll take
on
a nap
this.
on this.
Hell
When we write our Canadian slasher, this is going to be
This is gonna
come
yeah,
up
yeah,
with
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the origin story.
I don't know. I guess it's a real mystery as to how this is said. We'll never know. We'll never know. It's so mysterious.
The
You know?
syrup slasher.
If only we could go back in time and ask whoever coined the word syrup, but we don't have mystical powers to do that.
You're using the same example again. That's 3 in a row.
No, it's not.
Mystery, mystical.
Those are two different words.
Well, I guess they're both missed.
You want to go have some mystic pizza?
I mean, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I'm just it bothered me so much. There was a level of like, not my boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My kin. My kin.
Fortunately,
Sorry, you said it, so I had to bring it up.
Fortunately, at the time, you rememred he was allergic to it, and you were like, "Oh no, you can't have that."
Yeah.
But if it happens tonight,
No, I had my hand raised like this. Like I was going to backhand him, and I was like, no, you're better than this. You don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. So I didn't want to get hysterical.
yeah, there you go. That one's different.
Yeah, that was different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, well,
Rick and Morty.
I just destroyed everything here. Although I would say I think I could see an episode where Rick gets so pedantic about a specific word,
Yeah.
where he does something where an entire universe is destroyed.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
he's just like, "See, I told you."
I also think I could see the Canadian slasher.
Canadian slasher. That does sound fun.
That's something, you know what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
add to the list.
Go ahead.
I have a list of all the things we were talking about today in different
Yeah.
episodes that we haven't been able to talk about. And it was the dick snorkel we came up with.
Yes.
I have to tell you what oil spills were with my high school.
Okay.
Brad has to tell us about the origin of different sports teams' names.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I wrote down the faux pas. I forget why.
It was a skateboarding move.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's right. And now I'll write down.
I don't think you have to write down the faux pas skateboarding move. I think you could, because we already did it.
We're going to invent it.
Oh, we have to
We're
invent
actually
it.
make
Show
the
what the
move.
actual, yeah.
So
How
this
do we
is
do
all,
that on a
this is all the
podcast?
stuff that we have to talk about in a different podcast episode.
Okay.
So if you liked our episodes, tune in to hear about the dick snorkel, the oil spill. Want me to tell you the oil spill real quick?
No.
No.
So when I was in 8th
Nope,
grade.
nope. Others. You
saving
just heard two of us of the three point blank go no.
I'm going to give you an oil
A
spill.
firm no.
I'm going to give you an oil spill next time, and you're going to be so upset that you don't know how to block it.
All right.
Don't give me one. You'll tell me about it next time. I'm so mad about
I tried to
syrup.
tell you.
I'm so mad about syrup. I really
We were eating dinner with my mom.
What you're doing is anecdote rape right now. We both said no, and you're forcing
Oh
it
no,
on
this
us.
wasn't. This is not the oil spill.
What is this?
Never mind.
Syrup.
No, it had nothing to do with syrup or oil spills.
I don't know what's happening.
It was my mom.
We've lost everything.
My mom, she was telling the story about how she didn't let me watch the Three Stooges when I was a kid, and it led to a situation where I didn't know how to defend myself.
I see. Yes.
Yeah, Chuck got pick-two'd and then didn't know to put his hand up like that.
My mom's like, I never let him watch the Three Stooges. And this guy, his name was Kyle Ramsey, I think.
Kyle Ramsey.
It's a bad kid.
That is a bad kid
Bad
for sure.
kid.
Kyle Ramsey
bad
is
boy.
also the man who killed the twin in some soap opera.
Yeah, exactly.
Kyle Ramsey's coming to town.
So my dad loves the Three Stooges. My mom would never let me watch it because it was too violent, just slapping and poking. And this kid Kyle Ramsey was like, pick two. And I guess I picked these two, which is unfortunate.
And I had my eyes real wide.
And I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking, I'm not kidding, his fingers like tickled my brain.
Oh man, that explains a lot.
Yes.
That does explain a lot. Technically, that's a lobotomy.
He poked me so hard that I went to the nurse and I had to be picked up.
Oh my
Well,
god.
and then Pat, when she's relating this story recently, she's like, "So I guess it was my fault." And we're like, "It's not your fault, Pat. It's
she's like-
Kyle Ramsey."
She's like,
Yeah.
I never taught him how to defend himself, so then she let me start watching the Three Stooges.
Oh my god.
She came down
There's
to
going to be fights in school, and you need to know how to protect yourself. Watch these three experts.
Hold on.
These self-defense
They couldn't fight
experts.
me, and it shows running.
Yeah. You're like, okay, I'll fight you, and you're like, so ridiculous. So ridiculous. You start shaving your head.
She really said that. Like, 2 days
"Oh
ago.
no, our teacher is sick today. Good thing we have 3 substitutes from the local substitute college."
Hello.
I love the idea of going into Three Stooges fighting mode and getting the shit kicked out of you. It's so funny, right? Oh, wise guy, eh? Like you're bleeding all over. You're like, wise guy, eh?
Yeah.
You do the poke, but both fingers are bending the wrong way. And you hurt yourself more than they hurt them. That's so absurd. I love it.
Oh, good stuff.
I love
man.
it. And listen, if you're a language expert, if you know the etymology of things and you want to come on or you want to send a message, please do about syrup. This is something I didn't realize is so ingrained in me. It is deep
I think
down.
this is borders on xenophobia.
It's on the what?
Different
What?
people in different places say things different, and making fun of them is xenophobic. I've made fun of a lot of people saying
kid
things in a
just
lot of
learned what
funny
xenophobic
ways.
means.
I've made a lot of people saying funny things. Made a lot of fun of people, and people point out you're being xenophobic.
Okay, so now you're like, no, you are.
I'm just saying the people of Rhode
Okay.
Island speak this way.
But here's the thing: is I think you can be from anywhere, and if you say syrup, I'm going to be like, that's not how you say that word.
What if it's a French guy?
That's not.
Oh,
how you say
les passes syrup.
That's French.
What were you saying about xenophobia 25 seconds ago?
I'm half French. I'm Portuguese and French.
You could be a self-hating xenophobe.
Ugh.
You xenophobe. Xenophobe.
Now it makes sense. Obsessed with food stinks.
I'm calling the governor, and I'm going to have you evicted.
Evicted. I got evicted from Rhode Island.
What's the governor's name, Chuck?
Ramsey. This is a good example because I feel like the podcast stopped like 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
and this
please.
is just us having a real conversation. And it's so funny to me. It really is. It's very fun. This has been delightful.
Yeah, it was. Thank you guys for checking out the panel and
Yeah.
sticking around for the podcast afterwards.
If you have thoughts about the pronunciation of that word, send us an email, funbearablepod@gmail.com. Happy to get your take as long as it agrees with Ray.
No. It's fine. Anybody can write in.
Yep.
Stupid people too.
Xenophobe. So if you want to see, if you like Funbearable, and you want to see,
I can't believe you just got to the X's in your word a day calendar.
and you want to
This
see
man's a xylophone.
You want to see the story of a man learning how to coexist and his friends that are trying to teach him how to accept the changes and differences between people.
What a tack.
Keep tuning into Funbearable.
Oh, thank you so much.
If you want to watch a man struggle to relate to a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You know what?
We are on socials at Funbearable Pod for Ray Harrington and Chuck
And
Staten.
his legal guardian, Brad.
I'm Brad Rohr saying thank you so much, and we're sorry for being Funbearable.
This was all fun, but I hope people understand, like, there's a level of, like, elevating your opinion for a podcast. You know what I mean? And now I'm worried that people are going to be like, oh my God. You know what I mean?
What I can't wait for, like, you see those new podcast, those channels on YouTube of people like nitpicking every word that comics say on podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what if our podcast got big and people were like, look at how stupid and racist.
Yeah.
It cuts to Brad being like, I don't like any movies with black people in them. And they just take it as a real thing.
Out of context.
It's so funny.
Oh, yeah. Hey, viewer, listener, please don't take that joke that Brad did out of context and clip it and put it like on TikTok or something. Don't do
Yeah.
that. Actually, no, that's not a fun game. I don't want to play this game because any one of us could be absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, I don't mind, though. I think it's funny when I'm
annihilated.
Yeah.
All right, then do clips of Chuck.
Yeah, just do Chuck then.
Because that'll give him something to search.
Yeah. And then finally, he'll see what he loves on TikTok. He's like, I don't get this. There's other people. There's all these other people doing and talking. That's so dumb. I'm going to turn off the podcast now. Good night, everybody.